Hey guys, so this is why I manifest the lottery constantly. So I've been getting a lot of questions, right? And comments. So I said, you know what? Let me just do a video so I can share my perspective on how I see reality or how I see how this universe works. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to share some of my perspective on how I see reality working and what it does. I mean, how does it work for me versus maybe somebody else? And basically, why is it that I constantly win so much and so forth, right? In this game, what we call the lottery, a game of odds or chance or probabilities. So that's what I want to talk about today. So let's jump into it. Hopefully, everybody's doing great, so we can do it. All right. So the thing is with me now, I have a very different perspective on my reality. So number one is when I look around my world or my reality, I don't really see it as many people see their actual reality. I see reality as basically little bits of information and they come together and then I see something. So I train my mind to do that, because what happens is when I train my mind to put things as pixels, I put them together, boom, 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 then when they become what I see as real, I already know in the back of my mind that these things were put together sort of like a holographic image. That does a couple things. It helps my brain to understand that what I see around me isn't a physically stuck or a physically real thing that I can't change, or it's not I can't manipulate it. It's very important when it comes, to manifesting a lottery win, because that's what it takes. It takes manipulation, or it takes a force of changing your reality. All right. So that's the first thing I do. So maybe that can help you. Maybe you can see it in that perspective. And I see in that perspective because I love science and I study a lot of quantum physics, and I'm fascinated to see how reality works and how we interact with it. It's very fascinating if you think about it. That you think about this right now, that even though I'm speaking to you through this camera, right? The real me right now is I am predominantly empty space. The atoms in my body are just space. You know, my cells, they're made of energy. But yet I look to you to be this physically real thing, right? So that's what fascinates me about this. So that's the first thing I do. Then the next thing I do now, when I do the lottery, is I always approach the lottery as fun. I don't approach the lottery like, it's a way for me to make a lot of money. I don't do it like that. I approach it like it's just a fun means to bring extra abundance, or if you want money, or just to feel more abundant. So that's why I consistently win, 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 because I don't tie a lot of resistance to I need the lottery to be my channel out, right? So that's something that maybe that can help you now, because for me that really frees up a lot of resistance, and I don't have this hold, or this this desperation, or this need to win. So that's the next perspective. Now then, what I start to do now, I start to use the power of my mind's eye, because now another thing that you must know is that whatever I see in my mind's eye, my subconscious mind really can't really tell the difference. Now my conscious mind, yeah, it knows what's going on. It's, if I'm seeing in my mind's eye, my ego will know that, hey man, this guy's just imagining, or he's visualizing. It's not really real. That's fine. That's what my mind is there to do. It's really to keep me on track, or try to keep me focused into what it believes is my true reality. But I innately know that that's not correct. It's what my subconscious picks up. So the images I put in my mind, they form some sort of vibration to my subconscious. My subconscious now use that to what I call manipulate my reality. So to change circumstances, people, things, events. Hence, I win. So now when it comes to the actual wins or manifesting the wins, so what I started to do is I kind of now flip the lottery around. So I make it a game. So, and I mean, this, you can use this for every part of your life, not even a lottery, because that's what reality is. It is. I look at it as a game. So I don't look at my reality as this fundamentally real solid stuff. I look at my reality as this game that I can manipulate, or I can change through the access of my mind my vibration, and the way my perception uses, and the way I train my brain. So that's how I look at my reality. And physics shows us that, right? So we know how reality works. Basically, as I said, everything is information, right? So I just see things in these small qubits of information. I process them, and I see it that way. So when I'm doing the lottery now, I make the game this way. I make the lottery now chase me. So it's not like I need the lottery. It's lottery like chasing me. So my perception becomes that I am just this person that the lottery just loves to make me a winner. See that? So that's my perception. And it really works because, again, everything is about a vibration that I give off. A vibration, you give off vibration. And everything is kind of made from the same stuff, right? Even the lottery. So I have some influence on the lottery. Because, I mean, even though it's not an intelligent, thinking person like you and I, but it does have some semblance of acknowledgement or some semblance of awareness, meaning that the energy I put, it can reciprocate back to me in some sort of alignment, meaning I'm winning. So I do that, and I visualize it, I'll visualize it. But throughout the day now, my mindset is pretty much this, is pretty much, yeah, that's fine. The lottery is already looking for me to win, so I'm not really going to sweat it or stress it. I mean, I'll just do the actions. So remember to take some sort of action to create, and the action is I just buy the ticket, and I visualize it, and then my intention is I know I'm going to win, and then I create my own meditations, little meditation that I do, and it's nothing big, but I'll share basically what I do is, I guess you could call it a meditation or a trance, but I do this. So what I'll do is, so I'll basically kind of, before bed, I'll see the entire picture of the lottery, right? Like I see the office, I see tickets, and then I'll visualize the actual app on my phone, and then maybe I'll superimpose my numbers into the winning numbers, right? And then I may see myself driving to the headquarters, right? I may see myself with the things that I'll be doing with the lottery. So that's kind of what I do. Then I just kind of revert it over and over again. And then during the daytime now, and my mind is now that I'm not looking for it, it's looking for me. And then what I do now, because now what happens is, because now I'm so connected to this new world, right, this new reality here. So what I notice starts to happen now is that the universe now is going to start talking to me now, right? It's going to start helping me now. So this is where I become aware of signs, and this is why these synchronicities are so powerful, especially for lottery, because they're numbers. They're the lottery is a number game, right? It uses a lot of numbers, mathematical proportions to create a win, right? So if I see certain numbers now, I know that, okay, this is good, I'm close, or hey, the numbers might tell me to go play here or there. So there's certain numbers that I use, and I give them new meanings. And if you didn't notice, you can take your own angel numbers and you can assign a meaning to them. I mean, they have a base meaning like 1s, 2s, 3s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but you can actually change it to whatever meaning you want. So for example, I take the number 7, and so when I see a 7, the 7s are showing me like, hey Mark, this is where you got to go play. This is the good place to play, or play now. And I might take the 8s, and the 8s may tell me, I use the 8s to tell me like, hey, it's close, or keep playing. This has been really working very good for me, because this is how I did it when I collapsed the numbers, when I picked my own numbers. I use these angel numbers as my markers or my guides, and they'll show me and they'll tell me, and then the universe actually pop up the number. I mean, I think I did a video on this a couple months back where I showed you guys how I intentionally created my own number. I think it was 4747, and I put it in my mind and I visualized it. And then I used those guys, right? I asked the universe, I said, show me which way that number would come out. And then I was watching the news, and there was a guy standing in a building, and the building number in front of him was 4747. Now, I mean, if you guys play the lottery, you know that 4747 is a different combination it could come out. If it comes out 4747, then that's what they call straight. That means for every $1 you put, it says 4747, that's $5,000. Or it could come out 4477. So I said, hey, let me know the straight way. And guess what? It was, I think, a month or two later, it came out 4747. I put quite a nice sum of money on that, and I won a good 6 figures amount with that win. And so that's my perspective on it. So if I had to give you guys the biggest tip to say, okay, how can I win more? How can I manifest, big wins or just use the lottery. The couple tips I would say is you have to make your world like a game. So my world is a game. Nothing is too serious. And then next tip is you have to see reality as I do as these information or qubits, because that's how it operates from a quantum level. That's how your brain is. So my advice to you would be that when you're seeing your reality, you're seeing a physical stuff. Remember, it's malleable. The next tip I would have to give you guys is you have to make the game chase you. So you can't be desperate for the lottery, and always don't look at the lottery as your savior, because that's going to create a lot of subconscious tightness. I mean, it's an easy trap to fall for, right? Because I mean, the lottery can be life changing. You know, you can instantly win millions of dollars to change your life, which is fine. But it's not the only way that you can get your desires, guys. Remember, the universe is infinite. You can become wealthy. You can get it from any direction. I would advise using the lottery as a fun game. Let it chase you, and then more abundance comes in, and then you'll start to create what I call momentum, and you become entangled with it. So you're always going to be in that win flow. I know you see certain people, man, they say, "Oh man, this guy just on a win. He just win," because now I'm entangled with the flow of the lottery. See, I'm entangled with it. So my angels, those guys, those numbers, now they start to pop up. They show me, because again, the next tip is my perception changes of my reality now. So my reality now is a different reality. It's a perception. So I'm using these things now that will guide me. And that's how it works with everything. I mean, the shocking truth is that it's your perception and what you expect that you will get. That's no matter how impossible it may seem, your mind is very infinite and it can create these things. So if you understand that, then you're going to see this huge component of change. And this is why I constantly win. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it, right? For example, that 47, right? What are the odds that I was basically collapsing that number, and then I'm watching the television and a guy standing in a building and had big 4747, and 3 days before I meditated and asked the universe to show me the exact way that number would come out, because it come out different ways. And then to get more, 4747 was the exact way it dropped. That's no coincidence. So you're seeing something that you're peering into reality. So that's my advice. So if you want to be a consistent winner in the lottery or anything in life, change your perception of your reality. See it as malleable and understand the physics of how it works. And I just gave you some good examples, and then you can use what I just taught you if it works for you and resonates for you, because I'm no different than you, right? We're all the same. That's my formula. It works for me, it'll work for you, and then you can convert it to any part in your life. See? All right, so there you have it, guys. So keep it going, and I'll see you guys again.